Paul Duplantis here with Quired.com. Here talking to my friend Mike Howard, and legendary jazz guitarist who's played with Marvin Gaye, Donny Hathaway, Peggy Lee, and talk about his journey all the way from playing back then and to today, cancer survivor, W amputee.
Yeah.
You've been through it, Mike.
Been through it, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, so tell me, why don't you, let's talk about the start here. When did you start playing jazz professionally?
Oh, probably when I started playing guitar professionally at the age of 14, actually, you know. And it's evolved into this, you know, to right now. But around 14, 15 years old, I was playing little nightclubs and bar joints, you know, corner places, trying to get it together, you know.
Now, when did you hook up with Donny Hathaway?
Donnie and I met Donnie in 1966, okay, and through Shirley Horn, who's a famous jazz artist, was one of my mentors, and she said, you know, you need to be playing with Donnie Hathaway. I said, okay. And we get a job, and the next thing I know, after the job was over, Donnie said, hey man, I want you in my band when I get my band together. And I said, okay. And about 1969, I got a call from him to move to Chicago area to see if I was available. And the rest is history. Yeah, it was a beautiful run. And put me on the map.
Yeah, why don't you play a little lick from
this
Ghetto?
Was, yeah.
Now, you were on the live album, right?
Yes.
That went gold?
Went gold. Unbeknownst to me, it went always all of a sudden, just went gold.
Yeah. What year was that?
This was 1971.
1971.
1971. Yeah.
Now, when did you play with Marvin Gaye?
I played with Marvin about 1974. I was with Marvin's band, and that was nice. That was nice. It was great to play with Marvin. Yeah. We toured. They sold out Radio City Hall and various venues, San Francisco, and on. Marvin was a great job. That's how I got involved with coming to Phoenix, man. It's through Marvin.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah. We did a concert at Tempe Stadium, and turned out great. I fell in love with the state, you know.
Now, what year did you move down here?
I didn't come out here, Paul, until 1987.
1987, okay.
Yeah, I moved
okay.
out. Los Angeles was, I had just about done everything I could in Los Angeles, and you know, for family's sake, I thought it would be better for come down here and moved, raise my family. Yeah.
Now, let's talk a little bit about the latter part of your journey here, and you've gone through a few things here recently, and tell me a little bit about your cancer that you had.
I have, I'm glad you asked me that, man. I have what you call multiple myeloma, okay, and it is of the leukemia family. And it has taken, probably 40 years to diagnose, and they finally came up with it. You know, I was getting tired all the time and just worn out and this, that, and other. And they ran a simple test. After I was in the hospital, I was in serious trouble. And they did find out that it was a cancer, multiple myeloma. However, since then, I've had a stem cell transplant, which is you use your own cells, and also I'm going celebrating a year actually right now. So the cancers are gone, thank heavens. The one thing about this particular cancer that I have is just about 95% off the books now. It's almost a 95% cure rate. They're looking to get this off the books real fast, So I'm doing great. I went through my treatment with them, and everything's fine, man. Everything is just fine. I love it.
And at the same time, you had a double whammy.
Yes.
You had both of your legs cut off.
Yeah. One day you got a leg up on things. Next day you ain't got no leg.
Yeah. Well, the one thing I can say about you, Mike, and I've known you for over about 20 years, is I've watched you go through this struggle here recently.
I know, man. You've been one of my biggest supporters,
And I've seen what you've gone through and how much trauma you've had to live through. And the one thing that I notice is your attitude about life. And I don't think I've seen you more energetic since I've known you. And you've gone through cancer, you have both of your legs amputated, and you seem to be more excited about life than I've seen in the last 20 years. So what gives, Mike?
Man, it's just the will to live. When you're laying up in the hospital, you go through several changes. And you can accept cancer and die, or you can just accept the will to live. And I chose to do that. I chose to come back, play my music, and get back on it, and get back thoroughly in the business like I am, and kind of share my experiences with other people. Let you know the amputations and cancer is not the end of your life, music, and I felt so much pressure from my friends to live, especially like guys like you. You've been my best friend, man, for years, a number of years. And, when you got that kind of support, man, you have to pull through. You got to pull through.
And George Benson just has been contacting you and giving you support.
Love him. Yeah. George came over to the house and hung out with me for a couple of hours and played, and I got a little personal concert from him, and we've been in touch with each other ever since, So he's a beautiful cat.
And looking forward, the thing that I say, because I know that you had talked about the fact that at one point when you went through all this, you couldn't even play guitar. You couldn't even form a C chord.
I couldn't find a chord.
But now I've been listening to you play. Why don't you play a little bit, because you seem like you're back, Mike.
I'm almost back.
Let's hear a little bit.
That's called the Bye-Bye Cancer Blues.
Yeah.
And Hello
Life.
Hello Life. There
Yep.
you go. There you go, baby.
Mike, that's
Yeah.
great. That's
Yeah.
great. And
Yeah.
you're back on the prowl, is
I'm
what
back,
you're.
I'm back on the block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're looking to get into the studio, do an album?
To do what is now called a CD. They're no longer called albums.
Yeah, all right.
I've been knowing you for a long time. I didn't know you was that old. So, yeah, I'm going to get in there. We're going to do something, And it's going to be nice.
Yeah.
It's going to be nice, man.
Well, I really appreciate you joining.
I'm ready.
Yep. Well, I appreciate you joining us here at the studio.
Well,
And thank you for sharing your music and your journey.
thank you for having me, Paul. It's been a pleasure. My pleasure. Yeah,
right.
babe.
All right.
All right, man. It's good to see you, brother.
All right.